Hello, everyone. Dave with Dave's Lip Smacking Barbecue. There's just times where I want something smoked, but my wallet just screams no to brisket or ribs or a pork butt. So today we're going to be doing a barbecue on a budget, and we're going to be using something very different than what you're probably used to. Today we're going to do a 5 pound bologna on the smoker. So today is not your mama's bologna. So let's get started. I'll show you how it's done step by step. So we got our 5 pound bologna over here. So first thing we got to do is get that wrapper off. Cuts ain't gonna matter because we're gonna make a few cuts on it anyway. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it to make those little triangle style bumps you see like on a spiral ham or something like that. So you just be careful when you do it. You don't have to go extremely deep. Just do it all the way around. Probably like 3 or 4 to the side. And then you'll go back the other way. And this will help, one, when it cooks, it'll open it up. But two, you're going to put a yellow mustard on there, and it'll help get that mustard down in there, and it'll really help to flavor it. And plus, the yellow mustard to help get your rub to stick. So I'm not going any more than maybe a 1/4 of an inch in. I'm just letting the weight of the knife do its work. So we about got it, it looks like. Just to make sure, we'll do this side. Yeah, I see where I've already started cutting. Now we're going to flip it around. Now I'm going to go the opposite direction, because you can see the cut. So I'm going to go this way. And just wherever you think a cut should go. Doesn't have to be precise, doesn't have to follow the same pattern I'm doing. It's just get the cuts in there. And I believe this will be about it on this side. Just be careful. Sharp knives, of course, are not toys. One more. Alright, now I'm going to switch my cutting board out for a small little roasting pan. Next part's going to get a little messy. Let me wipe my hands. Alright, now the yellow mustard. This will add a nice flavor. It's kind of like a glue in a way. You don't need much, just enough to slather on the whole entire ends. You could even just put it in the bottom of your pan and roll the mustard, or roll the bologna in the mustard itself. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you get it in there. Like I said, this does get messy, so you'll definitely want to wash your hands after this point. Alright, I think I got enough. Let me pause the video for a second. Let me wash my hands and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Now, for rubs, I make my own, and I don't really have a recipe for what I do. So You can make your own. There are lots and lots of different recipes for rubs out on Pinterest, on Facebook. If you join any of the barbecue or low and smoking groups, you can find a lot of different rubs on there as well. Also, there are pre-bought. You can go to Walmart or wherever and buy rubs there as well. Some of those are actually really good. If I had one to recommend, I really don't know because I usually just make my own. That way I get the flavor profile I want. And if you really are adventurous, get out there and get in the kitchen and just start mixing spices together with some brown sugar. You might hit a combination that you love and your family might love. So get in there and just, do a scientist project. So right now I got my own homemade dry rub. I can tell you it does have brown sugar. It has a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of garlic powder. I don't really like a lot of garlic note to it, so I go more with the pepper and the spice seasonings type stuff. So we're just going to gently, and just cover the whole thing. It doesn't matter how much you get on, because what doesn't stick will fall off. And we just want to coat this generously with the rub, because this is going to be a bark on the outside of it, and once we get to it smoked, it'll be almost black, and it will taste wonderful. So I'm going to get a little bit more, make sure you get the ends. Like I said, you get some in there too, you can just start rolling it. That kind of helps to get it evenly coated. Don't be afraid to flip it up. Kind of rub it down, pat it, that'll stick. If I got enough in there now, I can actually kind of just do one of these numbers and just rub it in there really good, and that is it. It's covered about where I want it, except for that little bald spot. So this is ready for the smoker. We got it going probably around about 280 some degrees. So here in a minute we'll take it out. We'll just see you out there by the pit. All right, everybody, we're at, well, about 380 degrees, a little hot, but we're going to go ahead and put it on there. Let's, we got a mix of hickory and pecan as our wood. So the hickory, I like a combination. I like hickory, but it gets a little overbearing sometimes. So I toned it down with pecan. So we're just going to roll this out onto it carefully. That's all right, it'll stay. Okay, this will take about 2 hours roughly to cook. And we'll meet you back at the pit after 2 hours. All right, we're back at the pit. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes roughly. So let's take a look at it. Oh my, look at that. That is exactly what I was talking about, how it would open up. So it's all done. Don't worry about that, looking like hairs. It's not. If I take it off, we'll shut it up. We are done. We're going to let it cool off for a few minutes, then we'll slice. All right, we got the Bologna off the smoker. It's cooled for about an hour, hour and a half. Now it's time to slice. I'm going to do some thinner slices for regular sandwiches. I'm going to do a couple slices for another video I'm going to be doing. So hit the bell, subscribe, and you'll catch that on the next time we do it. So with this other one, you're going to be surprised. But right now, let's focus on getting this sliced. I bought the slicer off of Harbor Freight, and it has been one of the best slicers I've had. So I got it set to what I want. This does have a safety button on the back and side, so let's cut a couple here. works really smooth and easy. There you go. Perfect slices for an everyday bologna sandwich. Now, but I don't want to just stop at everyday bologna sandwich. So in the next video, I'm going to kick it up. I'm going to do an ultimate bologna sandwich. So let's go ahead and get that pre-sliced. I'm going to open it up a little bit more. And I'll do probably 4 slices off of it. So, here we go. All right. There we go, yeah. These are pretty good thickness there, see that? Look at that bark. That's gonna be good. So, something else I thought of. If you want burnt ends, people know that you can get burnt ends on brisket. You can actually cube up some of this, thicker cube, I'd say no bigger than 1 inch. Cover that in your favorite sauce. Put it back on a smoker or in your oven. Set it to broil. Keep an eye on it and broil it until it's nice and caramelized. Pull it out, and you got yourself some very cheap burnt ends. Matter of fact, keep tuned in, and I'll do a video on that too. Right? Remember, hit the bell, subscribe, and get the word out. Dave's Let's Mac and Barbecue. Not your mama's bologna.